So let's go ahead and dive in. Today is all about social media management. I'm joined here again by Katie Yun from Nationwide. She's their Director of Social Media Enablement. What we're going to be doing is, and it's a fitting day for it because today is Social Media Day. So it's the perfect day to talk about how to manage all your various social media platforms. So the tool that we're going to be focused on today is provided at no cost to any Nationwide agent. So anyone with a Nationwide appointment can get it, and it is called Sprinklr. Now, I just wanted to spell a quick item. For those of you who looked up Sprinklr, some of you maybe reached out to me and asked me, what the heck is a unified customer experience management platform? Because that's what Sprinklr is. But simply put, Sprinklr is a social media management platform. It allows you to manage your social media channels from one place. So you can post, you can schedule, you can respond to comments, and you can even analyze your post and your engagement and content across multiple social media channels, and you can do it all from one easy to use platform. It saves time, it can help to keep your posting consistent and post at the ideal times for each social media channels. And it allows you to have an easier way to monitor and respond to all your platforms without having to visit each platform individually. So you may hear me call this a social media management platform because that's how we're going to be using it to manage our social media. Now, I just want to give a personal testimony here before I pass this on to Katie. I've been using this technology for over a year and a half, although through a different vendor. Using it has really kept me sane. It has also not affected my post reach negatively. It's allowed me to keep content on a regular schedule while managing 3 Facebook business pages, 2 Facebook groups, an Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter page. So it has been a huge help to me personally. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass the torch on over to Katie. You can go ahead, Katie, and share your screen, and we'll dive into Nationwide social media solutions. Thanks for being here with us, by the way, Katie.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to show everyone Sprinklr and what benefits that you have at your disposal for using Sprinklr, otherwise known as Nationwide Social Media Solution. So you might hear it referred to as both. But today I would just want to talk about everything that you have at your disposal. So as Sam mentioned, the tools that we're going to talk about today are completely free. So we're offering it to you as an agent, as one of our valued partners. As long as you're appointed with Nationwide, you have all of this technology at your fingertips, and it's here to make your life easier. So I'm going to just kind of start at the beginning. If you work with us, if you work with our team, you might hear us talk about social selling. Maybe you've heard about it through on LinkedIn, through a trend article, a news article, or in passing. It's also sometimes referred to as digital selling. At the end of the day, it's just a way to utilize social media to grow your business. So it's creating these opportunities in a place where your clients are, especially as technology continues to grow. People are going to social media to make their connections, to look up their businesses that they're going to work with, to see who they're going to work with. So you want to make sure that you are showing up in the best way possible and that you're presenting yourself in a way for your clients, your prospects, to engage with you, to find, to build those deeper relationships and to connect with you in a more meaningful way, see who you are outside of work so that they feel that they know who it is that they're working with on a day-to-day basis. It's also a way to present yourself authentically. I think the biggest thing with social media is that you want to represent yourself in an authentic manner because it does come across to those who you're working with. And whether you're using Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever social network that you choose to work on, presenting yourself in an authentic way is one of the most important things that you can do and really promote your business and who you are. Now, what we offer through Social Media Solutions is a tool that will help that is designed to help you streamline and organize all of the social media platforms that you work with in one place. So we do offer content to help ease your time, make it more effective on how you're going to utilize social media marketing. But even if you decide not to use our content that we're providing to you, it's a way for you to streamline your social media presence. So rather than having to go out to Facebook and then go out to Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram and post each one individually native on the platform, you can do all of that with one click in one easy place. And it saves you so much time because you are all so busy. We want to save you time. And within a matter of minutes, you can post on multiple platforms.
And I'll
So
just share for anyone who's already interested. If like you're like, I need a tool like that to start posting on all my platforms one place before we even dive in. Katie, if you can hide that little thing at the bottom there, you should be able to see, you can get it set up right now by just emailing. No, you can just click back on the screen share. It
there we
should
go.
be
Sorry about
perfect.
that.
If you go and just email social@nationwide.com with your agent number, you can get signed up. So I just wanted to address that now. We'll address that at the end as well. But if it's something you're interested in, you can email social@nationwide.com with your agent number to get signed up. Now let's go ahead and continue on. I just wanted to make sure we didn't miss that at the beginning for people who are already hooked.
Yes, thank you, Sam. So I'm going to reiterate it one more time. As long as you are appointed with Nationwide, go ahead and email social@nationwide if you are interested. Make sure to include your agent number in the email, and someone from my team will work with you to get you signed up to the platform. Like we've said, it's completely free, and it's a way to just streamline everything that you're doing. And we'll dive into how it actually works in a second, but wanted to talk about all the benefits that it has. So to outline, for those of you that maybe answered the poll question with 0 social media or networks, or maybe only one, if you're just starting out in a social media plan or utilizing social media marketing in your business, the first thing that you'll want to do is kind of think through that social media strategy for your business. Again, social media is a place to really connect authentically with your clients, with your prospects, and build up that network in a way, especially over the last couple of years where things have gone a lot more digital than they were maybe previously. Social media is not going away. Social media marketing is not going away. So you really want to present yourself in a way where your clients are and where they're going to find out who you're about and what your business is about. So first thing, just think about the goals that align to your business objectives. Who are your customers that you're trying to reach? Each platform has a very different objective. LinkedIn is very targeted toward that professional network, that professional crowd, whereas Facebook is a little more casual. So think about who your audience is and what you're trying to achieve in your marketing goals. And then think about the types of content that will resonate with your audience. Again, it's all about coming up with that picture of who your target market is and utilizing the social network that aligns the best with that audience. And once you have that, you can start thinking about the content that will resonate with them. So if it is an older crowd, think about the content that might resonate. It's probably not going to be a TikTok reel or a TikTok video. It's probably more of a Facebook or LinkedIn. But if you do reach that younger demographic, then thinking about Instagram and how you might utilize the content through reaching that younger audience. So think about your audience and the types of content that will authentically speak to them. Now, when you're thinking about
real quick, Katie, just one item. We did get a question. I'm going to just everyone who has questions, please go ahead and post those in the chat. We're definitely going to address those. I'm marking anything that gets posted as a question. If you don't use the mark it as a question, I'm going to posting it. So we're going to go ahead and address all those questions closer to the end or as we get into the solution. So I just wanted to let everyone know, if you have questions, please go ahead and drop those in chat. I'm already seeing a question or two pop in.
Perfect. Yes, please ask all the questions. No questions off the table. So going back to your social media strategy, I think the most important thing is just to get into a routine, especially if you haven't done it often or you're just kind of starting your social media marketing plan. You want to get a regular cadence. And we always recommend posting at least 3 to 4 times a week so that you stay top of mind. You want to stay in the newsfeed. You want to remain top of mind with your clients, with your prospects, and make yourself available through social media. And think of different types of content that you can post. It could be photos, contests, office celebrations. So if your office is celebrating their anniversary, or if you've got birthdays within the office to celebrate, articles of interest that would be interesting to your followers. Going back to that previous slide, talking about really understanding your audience. Think about the types of articles that might interest them. Speak to holidays, big events, client reviews. So, vary the types of content that you're promoting to your audience so that you're showcasing a well-rounded experience. And that's where we can help. So with that, I will dive into Sprinklr itself. So again, I'm going to reiterate, if you do want access, if you don't have access already to our tools and you would like access, then go ahead and email social@nationwide.com. Just include your Nationwide number. As long as you're appointed with Nationwide, you have access for free. So entirely at no cost to you. And again, Sprinklr is a tool designed to streamline your social media content. So I saw a lot of people answer the poll question with 2, 3, 4 social networks that they manage. Rather than having to go into each one natively, this is your opportunity to connect all of them in one place and schedule it all at the same time. So once you get access to the platform, it'll take you through some questions and you'll be able to log into Sprinklr and then connect all of your social media accounts. So right off the bat, any social media account, it supports LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook groups, Facebook business pages, Instagram, pretty much any social network that you have, we can support through Sprinklr. So you can connect them all through here, through the accounts page. You can see right now, it's only showing one account. I've got my LinkedIn, and that's the account I have connected right now, but you do have several. You can connect any social network that you have. And then this is the homepage. So this is where you just get an overview of how all of your networks are doing. So one easy place to see what's going on with your followers, your reach, the posts that you've published, how many engagements you've gotten, if you have any new messages that you need to respond to, any actionable items that you need to address. So an easy way to just see what is going on with your entire network, not just on one social network specifically, but your entire social environment. The first thing I want to point out on here is our content library. So we have resources in here, social media posts, to help make your life easier. We're doing the heavy lifting to provide some of the content for you. Some of it is related to Nationwide products. You don't have to use that. We also have holidays, we have different events. So again, we're trying to think of different types of content that would be beneficial for you to post as an agent, not necessarily to promote Nationwide. So you can see happy 4th of July, with the weekend coming up, this is in here available for you to post, already created. If this is something that I wanted to post to my social network, it's as simple as clicking share. And then you can choose the accounts that you want to post it to. So really simple to choose multiple accounts. If there's several different social networks that you want to post it to, you select all of those. You can see what the post is. If you want to throw in your own context, your own wording, you have the option to edit the copy. So you can just edit it in here, put your own spin to it.
And that's one of the questions, by the way, which you're already addressing, which is people asked, can you create your own content? And clearly, obviously, you can create your own. You can even edit the stuff that Nationwide has out there for you as well.
Yes, so that is a great question. And I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit more in a second. But you have the ability to edit almost every single post that we have in here. There are a couple situations where we'll provide content that, due to compliance or legal reasons, that particular post can't be edited and it won't let you change anything in the box. But anything that we're providing to you, for the most part, you can change, make it your own, put your own wording to it so that it sounds more authentic to you. And we hope that you do it. So we're doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you here, but please feel free to take it and make it your own and change it up so that matches your voice and is authentic to you. So you can see I added just a few words to show you how it works. And then it's as easy as posting it. If you wanted to choose post, it would go right away to those networks that you selected, or you have the option to schedule it for any time in the future. So this is where the tool becomes really handy and really valuable. So on a Monday morning, if you wanted to come in here and schedule all of your social content for the week, you have the option to do so. So I know that the 4th obviously is on the 4th. I don't want this to go out today. So I will choose the 4th. You can choose different times for each of the networks that you have connected. So obviously I only have LinkedIn connected on this page, but if you have Instagram, you could make it different for each social platform.
I think you mentioned that being key too, Katie, because I sometimes see agents posting at 9 o'clock at night, for example, and that's not an effective time to post on social media, on most social media channels. So I would say that this allows you to, for an agent with a busy schedule who maybe has meetings all day, allows you to still schedule that post for 10 o'clock, even though you've got meetings scheduled from 9 to 4.
Exactly. Right? And you bring up a really great point, Sam, in that best practice in terms of posting time is generally during the week, in the morning, over that lunchtime break. So we'll say 7 to 9 in the morning, 12 to 1, so over lunchtime, or 5 to 7 in the evening. It's when people aren't working. So they're commuting or they're just logging in for their day and checking, waking up before they really get started in their day. It's when they finish work and are trying to calm down a little bit, wind down from the day, and are checking their social media. So, generally it's during the week, in the morning, and in the evening, exactly. Or what we find to be the best practice or best times to post.
I agree 100%. And the other part too is being cognizant of what content you're posting at what time. Video content, people have more time during the evening. They're more likely to scroll through reels and stuff in the evening versus scrolling through reels at lunchtime. So also pay attention to what content it is you're putting out there as well, and what time you're posting that specific content online.
Exactly. So I will continue. I will schedule this for July 4th. I'll probably change the time to the morning, so it is one of the first things that goes out that day. You'll also notice there's a smart scheduling feature. So what Sprinklr is doing is combing through your activity on the social networks and finding the optimal time to post. So it's going to, this could be different every time. It's going to, actively monitor what your activity is doing and then schedule it based on that. The only thing I will say is if you're new to using Sprinklr, you want to have at least 2 weeks of activity in Sprinklr. So 2 weeks of posts, 2 weeks of activity of publishing content before you actually use that smart scheduling tool. Otherwise, it won't be smart enough to know the best time. So that's the one thing I'll point out there. But otherwise, it does a really good job at looking at your activity and finding that optimal time to post. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule this for 8 a.m. on July 4th. Just hit that schedule button. And I know now that on July 4th, that is going to go out and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So it took me just a matter of minutes. Really, I could have done that in probably a matter of seconds, but it's super easy to use and doesn't take up a lot of time. And we have a lot of different content in here. We are constantly adding to this library so that we're providing you with a range of different content. So you always have the option to scroll through. We also filter it even more. So on this right side, it's broken down by topic. So if you're really wondering what's in here around, let's say that there's a hurricane coming up and you want to see if we've got any resources around severe weather events, you could narrow it down and find some content related to that if you wanted to use it. Distracted driving is a great thing to use right now. It's a very popular topic. So come in here and it works the same way. So you can share it, you can post right away or schedule it for another time in the future. Now, for those of you who haven't done a lot of social media are really, are just starting to emerge into it, we have this feature that it's called campaigns. So we've got different topics of multiple social posts built out where you can essentially set it and forget about it. So again, we're doing the heavy lifting for you. A number of different products in here about different topics. So if you wanted to, let's say you're interested in pet insurance, you can come in here and see all of the posts that we have related to pet insurance or pets around that topic. And these will all get scheduled on your behalf. So all of these will go out at different times because you're subscribed to the campaign, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. You would just hit subscribe and they will automatically go out to your feed. So it's a cool feature if you don't use it. Some people prefer to have a lot more control over their content, which I totally get. But this is another option that you have at your disposal if you don't use social media a lot, or you're just kind of starting to get into it a little bit. The other thing I'll point out are the schedule posts. So if you do go in, let's say on a Monday morning, and do all of your content for a week or 2 weeks at a time, you can come into schedule posts and see all of that content there. So you know what's coming up. Now, I know there was a question around creating your own posts, and this is probably my favorite feature of this tool. So like I've mentioned, you don't have to use our content. This tool is designed to streamline all of your social platforms and make your life easier. So if you're just using it for your content, that is awesome. And you can use it the exact same way. So from the homepage, you would just go into create posts. You would write your message. So let's say you want to celebrate a birthday in your office, or you're having an anniversary. So let's say So you just go, you type your message, you can choose your own image or video. If you've used multiple ones, you can choose, they'll start saving in this account manager, so you can use recent ones that you've recently used before, or you can upload directly from your computer. So I will choose this one for the sake of the demonstration, even though it has absolutely nothing to do with the post, but it works the exact same way. So you can preview it, see what it'll look like on the feed. If you want to schedule it, you just hit the calendar button. And again, you can pick a future time that you want it to go out. So I'll choose the 6th because I think that my 4th of July post is going to get a lot of engagement, and I want to make sure that people see this post. So the way that the social media algorithms work is they reward you for activity. So if you have a post that gets a lot of engagement, follow it up with a post that you want others to see, because it's going to get more eyeballs on it. It's going to get higher reach. It's going to get higher visibility, because the social networks think that what you're providing to your audience is valuable, that it's information that they want to see. So I think that my July 4th post that I just scheduled is going to get a lot of engagement. So I'm going to follow it up with this one to make sure that I get that extra engagement on it. So I'll choose the 6th. You can see it updated the time, and I will go ahead and hit schedule. And again, it is that easy. So whether you use the content we're providing to you or not, that is up to you. It's a great way to just manage all of your social media content in one place. Now, the next thing I want to point out are the analytics. So another really great tool that you have through using Sprinklr, being able to see all of the metrics across all of your different platforms. So again, rather than logging into Facebook to see how your posts perform, and then having to log into LinkedIn and Instagram and kind of measuring it all separately, you can log into Sprinklr and get that activity in just one click on one screen. So it makes it really easy to see all of the different networks that you support, that you are publishing to, how they're performing, the types of engagement that you're getting. So it'll break it out by channel, it'll break it out by post, so you can see how each one individually is performing and what types of content gets higher engagement than others. And this allows you to help develop that social media calendar. So you can see what content is resonating with your followers and what you might be able to implement more of and what you might want to pull back a little bit on. So you get a real sense of the content and how it's performing with your audience.
I'm 100% in on that. I'm a big fan of data. I think, and in my experience with social media, I utilize data in order to determine my future posts all the time. So this for me, I use this exact thing regularly. So I recommend, as you guys post, analyzing your data is really important.
Yeah. So the next feature is just a calendar view. So this is the same as looking at your scheduled posts, but you're able to go in here and see everything that you've published or that you have coming up in the future. So I know on the 4th, there's that one I just scheduled, and then here's the other one that I scheduled on the 6th. Now, this is a really easy way to also manage your content. So if there's something that you don't want to go out anymore, or that you want to edit it, you decide you want to change up the wording or you want to change it in any way, right from the screen, you can edit it. You can pull it back and save it as a draft so it can go out later, or you can just simply delete it. So I don't want that one to go out. I'll just go ahead and delete it from the calendar view, and I can see it's no longer there. And it's just an easy way to manage your calendar and make sure that everything is aligning to how you want it to go out and it looks the way you want it to look. Really easy tool. You can even drag and drop it to a new date, a new time. So it makes it really easy to manage your scheduling and your calendar. Now, because we want to provide you with all of the resources to help grow your business, we have a variety of social media best practices in here as well. Again, we're trying to help you, and these are all available to you at no cost, but everything around building your business through different platforms, the 101s of each social network, so Instagram basics. If you haven't started using Instagram yet, this is a great resource to just read through and figure out how you can apply Instagram into your business. LinkedIn, we've got Facebook prospecting on here. So a number of different resources that are just education for you to utilize in growing your business through social media marketing. And the last cool feature that I will point out is a live chat that we have. So if you ever have a question around how social media works, or anything having to do with Sprinklr or social selling or just social media for your business, you have the option to chat directly to us. So our team is monitoring this. We're in here. So these messages are coming directly to us. You can, if you're in Sprinklr, type a question. And that is coming directly to our team. So someone will look in here and they'll respond. And that way you don't have to think, find an email address or wait to get a response. You have that real-time support, so we can help you with any social media questions. I will say that this chat is only monitored Monday through Friday during business hours, but generally we're pretty quick to get back on it. So I want to just reiterate, this is a really easy platform to use. There are a lot of different tools at your disposal, but at the end of the day, we're trying to save you time, save you energy when it comes to creating a social media post, because there's a lot that can go into managing your social media network. So we have the resources here to help support you with that at no cost to you. So with that, I think we can, Sam, open it up for questions.
Go ahead. And one of them was, can we get a strategy session? That was one of the first sessions Tim asked. It sounds like you guys, have some resources already for agents on some basics on those platforms. That might be able to help someone like Tim who has a question like this. It looks like you have live chat to answer some questions. Well, what about strategy sessions? And Tim, maybe you could expound on it a little more in the comments there. But what do you guys offer any support for agents looking to strategize on social media?
We do. So we can offer one-on-one consultations. We can help kind of provide some best practices around utilizing your social media channels, your social media marketing strategy. So if you are interested in kind of working with us on that consultation, feel free to email social@nationwide, and someone from our team would be happy to help you with that.
Great. And for Firefly agents, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. Of course, if you want to strategize about social media marketing, I can help you go over what I've been doing with Firefly social media as well as with the farm insurance people. So feel free to reach out to me if you're a Firefly agent to discuss. That's just one of the benefits we offer for our agents. Are you able to enter your own content through Sprinklr? I think Katie showed you guys how you can freeform your own content, which, and I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, Katie. I highly recommend it. I find that when you create your own stuff, you're using your own authentic brand voice. It's one of the reasons why I hate writing copy for agents, because it doesn't sound like what that agent would necessarily say, right? Happy to edit it, less happy to write it on your voice, right? But what do you think about that, Katie?
Yeah, absolutely. So it goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. It's about being authentic. So we hope that you are utilizing your own content and, absolutely use Sprinklr to help manage that and schedule it through the tool so that it's easier for you to manage. But, we're providing content for you to make your life easier. So if you don't have someone doing social media on your behalf, utilize the content library to help get you started. Feel free to change up the copy. So, use what we're providing and use the image, but maybe put your own spin on the actual copy so it sounds like your voice. But we want it to sound authentic to you. So try to do a mix of the library copy and your own, or change up what we're providing a little bit so that it sounds like you and comes across in a little more authentic manner. We are here to get you started and provide you with some additional resources to help.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and I think it's a great one. Let me look at another question we have. And this was, I know you said it supports a lot of channels. I know me and you talked about this, separately. Does Sprinklr support TikTok?
Yes and no. So right now, we are not providing resources from a nationwide library, because the way TikTok is very specific in the types of content that you should be using. That is probably the most authentic channel there is. And it's very particular on how you show up. So I would say TikTok is one that I would lean into using a little bit more natively because of the nature of the platform and how it works.
I agree with Katie 100%. TikTok is far better to use natively, especially because there's really not a way where you can replicate all of the functions that TikTok allows, like adding a sound that then tags that sound, adding an emoji on your video. Like there's no way to necessarily do that within an external platform that then translates properly into TikTok. So definitely, if you're a TikTok user, use it natively. Let's take a look here. There's a couple other questions I think that recently popped up. Someone asked about the website creator for independent agency. I went ahead and published. We did something about that, and it's on our YouTube. Someone asked another question. How much is the cost if we want to provide the service for my lenders? So it sounds like they would probably have to get a separate subscription for Sprinklr separately. Do you happen to know what those costs look like, Katie, by chance?
I don't, but there are, whether it's Sprinklr or another tool for nationwide appointed agents, this is a free tool that we offer to you. But there are a lot of different content management tools out there that are free. So I would encourage you. I mean, there's Hootsuite, there's Sprout Social, there's Canva has their own now. There's a multitude of different content management tools that are out there. We are just providing, so if you're a nationwide appointed agent, you have access, and then we also have this extra bonus of the content and some of that extra support that we provide.
Yeah, I think there's a ton of options out there in that space. We utilize Agorapulse only because we didn't know Nationwide had Sprinklr for free at the time. Actually, I think you didn't offer it at the time when we had originally started using it. We've also experimented with Buffer. I know there's a lot of agents that I know that also recommend other channels that have just like a one-time, like lifetime fee that you pay for them. For example, like Hero Post or Cloud Campaign. Just using any of them, I think, is better than using none, is the reality, because it'll help. It can't do anything but help with your consistent posting. We got another couple questions. Let me see here. Moment. Oh, someone asked, who is Firefly and what do you do for agents? So Firefly, just as a quick item on Firefly, since I didn't really go into depth on that, because this is more about helping agents rather than about Firefly. But Firefly helps agents get appointments with carriers. So if you are an exclusive agent, or if you're an independent agent looking to get more carrier appointments, please don't hesitate to reach out to Firefly. You're more than welcome to reach out to me and I can get you connected. You can find me at sam@fireflyagency.com or by phone at 614-701-9911. I see a few other questions here. Katie, you'd mentioned someone asked about contacts for your team and everything like that. It sounds like the best way to reach out to you guys is one, getting on that live chat, or two, reaching out at social@nationwide.com. Is there a phone number they could call to reach out, or should they try to email first and schedule some time?
Yeah, email, or if you're already in Sprinklr using that chat, but social@nationwide.com is the best way. We have 5 people in monitoring that inbox, so generally it's really quick to get a response through there.
Awesome. All right, so let's see. We got another one here, Katie. It looks like we got a lot of questions coming in, which is great.
That's awesome.
So it means people are engaged, which I love. So Casey mentions, I know some carrier provided content doesn't get as much engagement as custom content. Does Sprinklr help get around this algorithm?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing here, I don't think it's so much as a Sprinklr. I think it's more about the content. So again, going back to making sure that content that you're posting is authentic. So whether it's changing a few words in the copy or creating your own copy and using it as a scheduling feature, from our experience, whether you're posting natively or through a third party like Sprinklr, doesn't change the engagement as much. It's more about having that authentic copy, that authentic voice that people can really resonate to. So your followers know that it is you and it's not prescribed copy that you're just posting about. They want to know that what you're doing is, that natural, authentic voice.
Yeah, that's, I think, me and you are on the same page, Katie, where we recommend creating your own authentic content. Yes, Nationwide provides you a framework, right? And you can totally use that framework, but creating your own. There's, other carriers that we have that have kind of their pre-canned solutions, right? Where they have like pre-canned posting and it's just scheduled automatically to go out to 200 agencies at the same time and same day, and it's the same exact language. And I think that may be what Casey's referring to as well. And those types of posts, they're not authentic, right? And the algorithm knows that, right? It knows that the same wording went out in the bunch of different posts. So I think it is important to create your own authentic content. If we didn't answer anyone's questions, feel free to keep on posting. Or post those questions, but I don't see any more popping up. Let me go ahead and check through, make sure no questions didn't get marked. Someone mentioned, my digital marketing company is advising that Facebook doesn't like Sprinklr and treats it like spam. Can you advise on why they believe this? Let me actually put this one up because I recently talked to some others about this. So I'm going to mark this one here and I'm going to go ahead and publish it. So I think this has to do with your marketing company is probably telling you it's because it's a third-party posting company that's managing that. And I'm going to guess that's the case. Katie, do you have anything to share or do you want me to dive in?
You go ahead. I think, we've talked about this before too. It's around, having that third party. Sam, go ahead and answer it and I'll jump in with my thoughts.
Yeah, so I've heard the same thing. So people say third-party posting technology reduces your engagement. And so I've been using, and I can only speak from both my knowledge from the people that I know who actually work at Facebook, so have some inside knowledge on that. And I can speak from what I've done on social with a third-party posting technology. And that's all I can speak to, as well as the things you read online, which most of the things you'll read online point to that being a myth and that not being a true, but rather an opinion. What I've experienced myself from the people I talk to at Facebook or employees there, that is also just an opinion rather than being a true fact. The other thing, though, from my personal experience in actually posting is that I have found that not to affect any of my engagement. I utilize technology both for Firefly agencies, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter pages. We are probably biggest on Facebook and Instagram, where our audience is the largest insurance agents. And so we do tend to use our posting technology, and we haven't seen any drop in our engagement or our reach for our posts when we use those platforms versus posting it directly into the channel. So I've actually not seen any negative impact on Firefly agents pages. I also manage a page for farm insurance as well, and I utilize it there. I've had posts that have been shared 290 times, and I've shared those posts through a third-party posting technology. So I don't think I've seen any negative impact from it, but I do hear that a lot, and I think it's potentially perpetrated by the marketing community. So they want to manage your social media rather than using an automated technology.
Yeah, so I'll agree with what Sam said. We use Sprinklr for our nationwide branded accounts too. So, we're a Fortune 100 company, and we're posting from our million follower accounts that through Sprinklr, and our engagement has never been higher. So we haven't seen a negative impact from the brand side either. Personally, I use the account I just walked through for my LinkedIn, and I continually monitor my engagement and haven't noticed anything. And then same thing. I think it's more of a myth, and it goes back to less about the platform, the third-party platform, and more about the content. So yes, if you're using all of the templated content, the branded content, you might see your engagement go down. And eventually, as your engagement goes down, your views are going to go down. It's going to impact the views that you get on your content because the algorithm thinks that what you're providing isn't as relevant anymore. So that's why we really encourage you to either put your own spin, your own voice to the content, or create your own and use it as a scheduling tool, as an actual management tool.
Exactly. And remember, like when you're creating your own unique content, that's what matters, right? It's your unique content. The other part that you guys have to remember too is, let's say you're a brand new agency and just started, and you've got like 150, 200 followers on your Facebook page. Well, if you're posting just on that page, well, you're going to reach 150 to 200 people max, right? Like your audience is only as big as the audience you're posting it to. What I suggest for those agents, and Firefly agents, feel free to connect with me on this, and anyone else who wants to reach out and ask questions, I utilize Facebook groups as a big way for me to reach tens of thousands to some of my posts, reach hundreds of thousands of people. And that's because I'm utilizing Facebook groups as a way to reach more folks. So I would say look at other ways to get your posts out there. Share it to your personal page. Encourage your friends and your family to share those posts to their personal pages. Your goal is you need to reach more people in order to get more engagement, because if your audience is only 100 people, then you're not necessarily going to blow up. You're not going to have a huge amount of engagement on your post. So just remember that, as well as how do I push my content out there too? What are other ways I can get my content in front of eyeballs if I only have 100, 200, 300 followers on my page? I got another great question here. It seems like we're going to have a ton of questions, so I apologize for keeping long here, but we've got using your general knowledge, which social media platform is most productive? Is a great question.
This is a great question, Sam. I'd love your input. It really comes down to your audience and who you're trying to target. So if you are going after that high net worth professional crowd, I would suggest looking at LinkedIn. If you have a very younger demographic, kind of that younger professional millennial, then Instagram's probably going to be your most effective. So it really depends on who your audience is and who you're trying to connect with.
I 100% agree. And I think LinkedIn is great for reaching certain types of individuals. If I was an agent that was selling commercial insurance to professionals, okay, that's where I'm going to be doing most of my marketing. A lot of it's going to be on LinkedIn. I do agree on Instagram is going to reach a younger audience. I think TikTok, but again, you got to remember too, when you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're reaching probably a national audience. So it's not as specific, right? You can't get down to, I just want to market just to Minnesota or just to Illinois or just to Ohio. So one thing I would say is that Facebook, both your business page, you can use your personal page of market, you can utilize Facebook groups for your marketing efforts. I think Facebook is a really great place. And if you're not on Facebook currently and you're not using Facebook groups to market, I think it's something that you should definitely make a part of your content strategy. I have multiple Facebook and Instagram profiles, personal, business, and branding pages / groups. Does Sprinklr accommodate multiple Facebook, Instagram profiles? Great question.
It sure does. So yes, you can pretty much attach or connect as many different profiles as you have. So we have agencies that have up to 10 business pages that have multiple locations. So if your agency is one like that, where you have multiple locations or multiple business pages, you can connect all of those into your Sprinklr account. And same with any of the social networks. And something I didn't touch on before is if you have multiple people helping run or manage these social pages, you can assign delegates as well. So we can have multiple people with different accounts managing the same profile. So you can have multiple people within your agency connected to that same account through Sprinklr.
Yeah, I love that because I utilize multiple Facebook pages to market Firefly and then to the niche, you know what I mean? So it looks like we got another question here. Does Sprinklr support YouTube? That was one that I don't know that if we addressed that one. That's a great question.
We didn't address YouTube specifically. So this is another one where we don't support it from a nationwide side. So we're not uploading videos for you that you can post to your own YouTube subscription, but it does. So this is another one where I'd probably almost lean toward natively because of the nature of the platform. It's a little bit different. It's probably a little bit easier just to upload the videos natively through YouTube, but it does support.
Yeah, I think I share your opinion, Katie, that if I was TikTok or YouTube, most kind of video content is going to be posted better natively to those two channels. So I would not. I mean, Sprinklr is a great solution, and it'll definitely help. But it's not going to solve every single itch for every single agency, right? So if you're putting, long form YouTube videos out there, I would definitely post those natively. I really appreciate Nationwide offering up Katie to be on with us today. And I'm thankful for the fact that Nationwide offers such an awesome solution to agents in the first place. It's a phenomenal solution for agents who maybe have a tough time managing social. So thank you again, Katie, for being on with us today and presenting on this and offering your expertise. And again, thank you Nationwide for having you here and for having this great tool available for agents at no cost.
I just want to say thank you, and I'll just offer up the email address one more time, social@nationwide.com. Feel free to reach out to us. We are here to help you, whether it's to get logged on or to help you just understand what to do in social media. So we're here to assist you in any way. I thank you for inviting us. This has been fun, and I hope to speak to everyone soon.